This is Merissa Indigo Miracles with Divine DNA Blueprint Mystery School, just sharing an energetic transmission. This is information that is coming through on the 18th of January 2022 as Uranus goes direct. This is a transmission from our cosmic guidance with the evolutionary astrology and the cosmos above us. You will begin to notice that the new year starts to actually feel new now. Up until mid-January, namely today, the 18th of January, we were in process of integrating the codes from the 11/11 of 2021. So from the 11/11 of 2021 through the 11th of January 2022 have been a major gateway to integrate all that we have seen, visions of where we are going, game plans of how to manifest, action plans, in addition to immense clearing of old narratives, old stories, detoxing the matrix, and so forth. So just wanting to share that information that from this linear day, as Uranus is going forward, we also have the moon's nodes shifting. And this is now an amazing opportunity for us to ride the dragon. If you have not yet met your dragon allies, many of us have multiples of them from different realms and different lifetimes, different purposes as well in our work as how we show up. But you will begin to feel the shift into the new year energetic now as the nodes of the moon have shifted and the dragon's head is in Taurus and the dragon's tail, which is also past karma, is in Scorpio. So we are going from the signs of Sagittarius and Gemini of the last 18 months. It was all about information and personal truth, identifying. So we see so much with access to information, misinformation, and disinformation, as well as higher gnosis, higher self, divinely revealed information from our connection directly to source. Now, the shift will feel more physical. Things are going to get real in the physical experience with the North Node, which is where we are headed in our trajectory. The head of the dragon is in Taurus. This is Earth and Venus. So a lot of our more earthly or material aspects, expressions, and so forth will feel this impact. Just wanting to invite you, if you have not watched and received and kind of worked with some of the codes that were transmitted for the 11/11 portal last year, did a really beautiful and thorough video with that, sharing I Ching, divination, and animal totems. And the Emerald Covenant in particular is a very important code, which I'll probably have to further expand upon in a separate video. But the Emerald Covenant is a code that star beings, star seeds, light beings are here to enact, to come and bring into form as a sacred pact with New Earth, with Gaia. So it is between the individual with their ascended aspects and Gaia herself, a beautiful pact of union. It's unity consciousness. It's a bridging where we make a deal with our higher self, with our destiny, with our calling and our passions, with the earth and the greater community at large, to commit to our purpose roles and to actively bring ourselves into the space to make it happen. So this is connecting with others. This is the collaboration. Another code that's been coming in very strongly and repeating the last few days is the gathering, this phrase of the gathering. And what I see with this is the individual gathering their resources, their self-love, their strength, self-care, health, all of our talents and gifts and abilities, and more will continue to come online. So we're gathering ourselves with our tools and our resources and our visions and dreams, and really bringing that into unity within ourselves so we are clear and we are ready to begin to build. It's bringing in the Master Builder codes as we get into the 222, which is coming. So this is the next level that's ramping up. You can kind of feel it's like concentric circles, these portals of information and initiation. They're always overlapping, and we're always preparing to just launch into the next. So just really feeling guided to try to give a compacted sound clip of information to support the process of integration right now. So the gathering, again, as I shared, is this internal, putting all of you, what you got, all of what you are, who you are now, your truths and your tools and everything into a basket. And metaphorically speaking, taking yourself with your basket, which you are also the basket. It's one and the same. Out into the world with a lot of courage and the intention of connecting and collaborating with like-minded souls, soul level based agreements of integrity and the new earth builders coming together to find the others. So this is the next level of the gathering. We will start to see people perhaps relocating across the planet, if not relocating literally. It's also a symbolic representation of a pivot in our consciousness where we realize I need to shift the direction or the trajectory of what I'm doing right now. And it could just mean another dimensional layer is added on into something that needs to be rearranged or reassessed. This is part of the gifts of Mercury retrograde. An example that I will use is pulling my child out of the public school system. We have been out, this is now our third year starting. First, we were doing distance learning, and then we pulled out of the system entirely to do homeschooling on our own. And we are now creating the intention to connect with other parents to actually bring the school systems online that are the New Earth, multidimensional kind of Jedi, whole child, beautiful community, sacred village template, New Earth Academy, the New Earth Seeds Academy. This is actually an organization that I have founded, and it's time to put this into motion by the gathering process. So I myself am gathering myself. We are being called to physically relocate to a different population of consciousness where there are individuals who are ready to build. So for some of us, the individuals are in our location already. We just have to find one another. Some of us do actually have to physically change our residence, our physical location on the planet, to merge and collaborate with others who have been calling us to these locations as well. So just to share a little bit of how the gathering could look, it just depends on you. The most important thing to realize with these shifts and the systems and our place in them, our New Earth stewardship here, as being the leaders in New Earth, it's going to look different for every single person. But the way to know what some of yours are what you are experiencing directly. So me, myself, I have been tasked with the initiation of our children and the future of education and the revolution of the education system and kind of a renaissance again of, as I shared, more of a metaphysical, very holistic and balanced whole child learning system that is beyond what currently exists. And some of us may be passionate about leadership in the community, like being on a city council type position. Some of us may be really passionate about our food and maybe having just starting to build local gardens and kind of these community-based projects. So there's going to be a lot of different ways. A lot of us are also very interested in healthcare and revolutionizing the healthcare system and maybe bringing back like the country doctor, kind of that small mom and pop vibe. And yet it's a more holistic and balanced system of medicine that's using every kind of medicine system that we have rather than conventional, which is barely 200 years old and very much a fraction of the whole person. So anyway, beautiful times, very exciting. You can feel with Uranus going direct, this is the planet of God consciousness. This is a planet of revolution of consciousness, which we will see in all of the systems right now. And the nodes changing, beautiful paths of destiny opening up here with this. Some of us have been waiting our entire lives for these times, for us to finally feel like we are of use. Our passions and our interests are finally going to come into a greater realm of service and appreciation on a larger scale, which is awesome. Also very important, and this is why I'm realizing on another level why guidance was saying for my work this year to show up and to support everyone's nervous systems through the yoga and the breath work and the grounding, the grid work, all of the different systems, the Ayurveda, all these systems that I have been guided to study for my own healing journey. I'm realizing here's another layer of why the nervous system is going to need so much support this year. Nervous system also being our light body, is if we look at Uranus going direct, the electricity in the air is palpable. The shift is here. And this is not only a lot of information of consciousness as we receive genius, innovation, and inspiration to make these moves going forward, but also with the cosmic energies, the light influxes, and things like the weather, all of these things are impacted by the electricity. So our nervous systems being electrical as well, and being electromagnetic in nature with our whole cardiopulmonary system, which is, breathing, so respiratory system with lungs, with mind and cognitive function, and all of our nerves and nerve endings in our motor skills in our bodies. We are definitely going to need a lot more downtime to onboard, because our hardware is completely getting rewritten. So it's not only software upgrades, it's now hardware upgrades, and this is where the light body comes in. So I encourage you to find your body practices. So I'm very passionate about the Lightbody Prana Yoga, which the 6-week series is starting actually this coming week on Wednesday. And there are replays available for that if you can't make the live class online. Breathwork, just getting out in nature in general, working out, meditating, Tai Chi Gong, different practices, yoga, of course, that are going to bring you into your physical body. These are the practices that are going to be so vital for us going forward, because the body is the temple and it is the house, and there's so much shifting. It's wonderful. Anyway, that's that whole other layer of now me understanding, this is Uranus telling me this. Yeah, the electricity is going to be so strong for people that, you have to build your system up in order to plug in to more and more and more of this. And it's only going to increase with time. So just reiterating the self-love piece, and the self-care, and the breathing, and taking in the beauty all around you, remembering to slow down, be present with your children and your friends and your neighbors and your family and the plants and the animals. And sending you so much love. Thank you for tuning into this transmission. Sending you so much blessing for this amazing time. And we will be back soon.